Alright, think I'm live here. Give me a moment here to check the audio. Doing a quick hobby update here, which I'll get to in just a moment. So apologies in advance. I do have one of my 3D printers is printing away right now. This is just going to be an update, quickly show what progress I've done so far. So not too concerned. Let's see here. Alright, audio seems to be alright. Alright, so. So. This is for the 5 Leagues from the Borderlands campaign. This is for the 5 Leagues from the Borderlands campaign. Pretty excited for that new. I'm pretty excited for that new expansion. So, I think it's Into the Dust or something along those lines. Desert theme, basically. So I went ahead and built a desert board, and I've begun printing off everything. I know I just started that. 5 parsecs game. I still haven't gotten one campaign turn done on a 5 parsecs campaign yet, but we'll get there. The 5 parsecs game also is starting on a desert planet, so this will serve for both. A few more things here. More minis. We can show off the crew, or the warband, I should say. Crew is 5 parsecs. Or the warband, I should say. Crew is 5 parsecs. Right. So, we'll start with the board here. This is the board. It's a double-sided board, the way I like to do. So if you can see, it's quarter inch. It's quarter inch or half inch. It's half inch. Let's get that in the shot here. This half-inch foam. This is 15 mil, so it's about 14 and a quarter inches. That gives you about a 36 millimeter. So basically, the way I do my 15 mil games is use 15 mil minis, convert all inches to millimeters, and you got it. Convert all inches to centimeters, and you got it. So this is 36 centimeters square. 36 centimeters. So we'll do the boring one first. This is the Badlands board. We'll do the boring one first. This is the Badlands. The camera come in here. Just it's pretty typical of my style. I just pound away into the foam to create these little dents and divots and what have you. Give it a sprinkling of construction sand and then dry brush the crap out of it. So that'll be the Badlands side. But what I did differently was the sand side. I think it turned out really well. What I did differently was the sand side. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. So for the sand, what I did was baking. So it's the same stuff I did for snow. I just textured it differently. So it's a mixture of baking soda, white PVA white glue, and then paint for your base color. You can kind of see the base color right in there of what I used. Mix it all together, get it to the consistency you want. Mix it all together. Not runny. You want to be able to hold its form. Then I spread it as evenly as I could, as smoothly as I could, and then I took a butter knife and just scraped a squiggle right across from edge to edge, and I did that several times, overlapping them, going over sections I had already done before, and then set it to dry. It pretty much dries rock hard, and then gave it a good dry brush, just basically going up from a darker tan to lighter tan. and I think it had a pretty good effect. It's got the look of the windswept desert. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. So the campaign will basically either take place in, and I'm gonna do carve some dunes, and do this same exact technique on the dune, and have some good sand dunes, and I got a whole bunch of terrain I'm printing out, and then I'll do a bunch of good rocks. I want to do some Mesa rock, the Mesa plateaus. I want to do a few of those. Those I'll probably sculpt all that out of foam, actually do some real hobbying instead of just 3D print everything. But let's go ahead and look at some of the 3D printed stuff. We got some Egyptian style. Bring the camera down, actually. Some Egyptian style ruins set on these little sandy dunes. So I'm printing up a whole bunch of those. Right now I only got the 3, but I want to be able to fill the whole board. There's quite a few delves in the new expansion, so I want a good variety of ruins, and most of the delves will be above ground ruins. I won't use the dungeon tile rules. So a whole bunch of these are on the way. Only have 3 right now just to test out, and they all printed out pretty well, so I'm going to stick with them. I've also got a whole bunch of different cactuses, and I think they're called yucca trees, these things. Variety of cactuses. I'm going to print a whole bunch of these out. And what I'll do with these cactuses is similar to what I did with for my other board is I'll just print out these little thin strips of PLA plastic, and then base them and do all that stuff. So I'll just texture them and then put on these cactuses. I'll have some rocks. I'll print out some rocks, and then I can just do little things I can slap down on the board. Like so. But instead of evergreens and maples and oaks and stuff, I'll just use cactuses. So we got quite a few different types of cactuses, different plants. So bring the camera down. These look cool at 15 mil. So I'll just fill a whole bunch of those PLA plastic templates and make a whole cactus forest if I need. So we got those. So I've got 2 times this amount on the printer right now. So I'll have this times 3 worth of cactuses to work with. This should be more than enough. Let's get the cord out of the way. And then let's move on to the first creatures I'll be facing, and I'll bring the camera down close for this one. So it's a delve, and our enemy that we're going to be facing in the delve is, I believe they are cave runners, I want to say. So I'm opting for these monitor lizard style, dragon-esque kind of creatures I found. Kind of hard to see. This camera won't focus. Let me bring this camera up. Let's see if it comes in better over here. Yeah, much better over here. Except it's upside down, so it's so they got like a monitor lizard kind of feel to them. They're those cool frills. We got 7 of these guys printed out already. These are all printed and cured and ready to be painted. Let's put them all down. I think I might print out a few more, because if I'm not mistaken, sight battles can have enemies show up. Beyond what what you start with, and we'll throw down a regular human. I got a painted one right here. A regular human scale model there. So a regular human. See if we can get him to model there. So a regular human scale. So next to the human, these guys are pretty big, and it says that they're supposed to be dangerous. So. And it says that they pretty big. And he's probably going to end up in my warband at some point. So we got the enemy for the first encounter. So we got the enemy. 1 second. First encounter. We got the enemy. And I've printed out some of the heroes as well. So we've got my Mystic. I should have spray painted them. So we've got my Mystic. I don't have any of the files up, but it might be more beneficial to just show the files on the slicer. How can I get this guy to prop up? Let's use one of these lizards. Nope. Yeah, I should have base coated them, and then you'd be able to see them a little easier. Yeah, that's not really working. Let's try switch back to the other camera and see if I can just get it. Yeah, that's not really working. Let's try switch back to the other camera and see if I can just get it. Yeah, that's not. Pull it back a little. Pull it back a little. Let's try to use this piece of white paper over here. Let's try to use this piece of white paper over here. That's good enough. Yeah, I might have to just bring them up on it. Well, anyways, let's just go through them. So that's the Mystic. It's kind of hard to see any of the detail. Camera doesn't want to focus up close. He was a human, I believe, or a duster, but basically human. For the Feral, I'm opting for Gnolls. For the non-native Ferals. So the Ferals that are from the original setting. And if for some reason I end up with a feral that's from the desert world, there was some interesting cat folk that are desert themed that I think I'll use for those. I'm gonna go with orcs for my dusklings instead of, I think I went with human barbarians for my other campaign. I'm gonna go with orcs for this one. There's some good Artisan Guild orcs that could definitely work for desert themed. I just wish they would focus. Desert theme. Just wish they would focus. It's like a new camera and everything, and it doesn't want to. It's like a new camera and everything, and it doesn't want to. Hey, maybe. All right, let's try one more time on the. Maybe the little camera without the paper behind it. That's all right. Maybe I just have to hold it like this. It's just hard to do with these upside down. That's all right. Maybe I just have to hold it like this. It's just hard to do with these upside down. I'll probably paint these guys on stream, so then you'll be able to see the detail probably better once there's some paint on them. The basic orc. Get some bone or tusks on his shoulder pad. It's got the bone-looking axe haft. Or axe blade. Well, him. There's the Mystic. There's the Feral. Turn that light off. And then the Avatar is going to be. This Ranger guy. I actually have him printed in regular scale. Maybe I'll grab him. So there he is. He actually failed a little bit on his bow. There he is. He actually you can tell. Angle that. The bow is right there. You can see kind of like flattened out. There it is. That's how you can see. So the bow, the end of the bow failed. So I got him on the print bed again. Printing now. So hopefully he'll come out correctly this time. I didn't want to throw him away because it's a failure, but it's kind of, you might be able to get away with it. I just don't like painting things that aren't perfect. And where is the actual, here we go. And this one, So this guy is basically this exact same guy, just much smaller. So this guy is basically this exact same guy, much smaller. So that's my avatar. I started painting and then clearly gave up. So a pretty cool model. I think this was in the Ian Lovecraft Frost campaign. I think is where I got this guy. So that'll be the avatar. As for the what about old friends guy who's showing up? I already got this guy painted up, so I'll probably go with this dude. He's gonna end up heavy armor, shield, and all that good stuff. So this guy's already painted and ready to go. So he'll be that guy. And then I had my two followers. I have this fella here with a sword behind his head, holding a lantern. So I'll probably use this guy. He's just not painted, base coated. So I'll probably use this guy. He's just not painted, base coated. That'll be one of the followers. And then I had a light weapon. I'm gonna end up with the light weapon guy. So that'll probably be this little dude right here. He's got the sack of loot and dagger. And then once I've leveled him up a bit and got some more gear and what have you, I'll probably switch over to my painted bowman. I like to make my followers shooters. So this will probably end up being the two followers at some point. And that's the hobby progress for now. Next on the list is basically get all the terrain. Next on the list is basically get all the terrain. Next on the list is away real quick. So next on the list is get all the terrain printed and paint the minis. And that's pretty much it. Get all the terrain printed. And then paint the terrain, obviously. Let's switch back. Then paint the terrain, obviously. But I was very much pleased with the way the board came out. It just fits on camera. I think I got a new camera since the last time I made a battle report. I think this has a wide angle lens I can use somehow. I don't know how, but if it doesn't, if I don't, then that still pretty much holds the whole board in view. So we'll populate the board with probably these ruins. Actually, I'm probably going to use the Badlands side for where I'm going to be. Oh, I started drawing some of the map up too. Let me. Did I not bring it? No. Well, I started drawing the map up a little bit, getting some of the locations nailed down. But that'll do it for now. If I do another hobby update, it'll be a painting session and try to get all these lizards painted up and all the rest of the warband painted up. I have one of 7 warband members painted so far, so those lizards will be quick enough. At this scale, painting 15 mil figures is not pretty quick. That's kind of why I opted for 15 mil. Also, I just like the idea of like small gaming. But that'll do it for now. This was just a quick update. Show the progress towards the first battle report. Once I've totally got this done, I'll start working on the 5 parsecs game stuff that I gotta print up. I haven't sourced any of the minis yet, so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do for characters and what have you. But I think I'm gonna get everything for both games done before I do a battle report for either, and then I'll do consecutive battle reports for those games. I gotta do this 5P game. I haven't been putting it off. Keep getting sidetracked with 5 leagues. I gotta say, so I like the idea of 5 leagues better, but I might. The gameplay of 5 parsecs looks like a lot of fun. The storytelling capability looks pretty fun too. So hopefully we'll get the 5 parsecs game going. These games will probably be every 2 weeks maybe. or once a month for each campaign is my goal. I need to be able to edit up videos. I can't just be posting 3.5, 4 hour battle reports of raw unedited video on YouTube. That's nobody wants to watch that. I don't even want to watch that. So I'll have to get some time put in on editing the video down. Maybe adding some cool laser effects for the Parsecs game. But that's it for now. I'll probably be back on. I don't know. It's Christmas is coming up, so I probably won't do the paint. If I do the painting, it'll be Thursday or Friday night. I might actually do it Friday night if I do the painting. So I'll try to be back on Friday night to paint up the 5 Leagues minis, and maybe do some of the terrain. We'll see. But that's it for now, and hopefully I'll be back on Friday. Don't think anybody showed up, so I don't need to thank anybody.